positive vibe to many beginners like us. These 8 days were very good. The forward 80 days or 800 days are going to be very hard. The course and the teacher and his experiences, uh, without asking you do that, he made it do it. जितना भी थैंक यू आप SIL को तो कम ही पड़ेगा. I will recommend this program for many more friends of mine, families of mine who really want to uh, have this journey.
खरं सांगायचं तर हे 8 दिवस आहेत ना, कसे गेले कळत नाही. म्हणजे फ्रँकली सर टास्क द्यायचे, उद्या हे करून या म्हणायचे. सेशनला असं एक मस्त वाटायचं की हा आपण हे केलं आणि हे चांगलं झालं आपल्याला. ओव्हरऑल छान एक्सपिरियन्स.
तो 8 days हम लोग को ऐसा लगा कि what we are learning basically, और आज जो complete जैसे लगा was quite amazing.
It is lot of learning. You can say I decided to use this break time to sharpen my swords. But all these trainings and sessions, whatever I did during this pandemic, online training, almost all online. I think all of that training, the conclusion of that all trainings I got in this particular session, in these 8 days. So now it is time, my learning time, kind of, I will stop now and it's time to act. Yeah, I have skill, I have knowledge, everything is there, but what I didn't have vision and mission proper. So that is very important.
योगेश सर का जो पकड़ के रखने का जो एक टेक्निक था, वो स्पीच को 1.5 घंटे तक या 2 घंटे तक हमारे को कहीं भी ऐसा क्या बोलते बोरिंग कहीं नहीं लगा. उन्होंने ऐसा एक पकड़ के रखा हमारे को पूरा, यानी क्या बोलते उसको, एक उन्होंने एक अलग सी एक पर्सनालिटी उस टाइप की. तो ये ओवरऑल एकदम अच्छा सफर रहा. बहुत खुशी हुई, बहुत आनंद आया, और कहीं ना कहीं अभी लग रहा है कि हम हमारा टारगेट चेस करेंगे.
Sir, it's a wonderful session. No flawless, not even a single minute wasted. The way he's a pearl connecting all of us. Each and every session is fantastic. When he is with us, I think we can easily reach our target. We are like a family, and he was leading us. Whatever example he is stating, giving, it holds good for each and every one of our businesses.
सर बहुत अच्छा प्रोग्राम रहा. हम लोग जब मैं ज्वाइन कर रहा था तो मेरे को नहीं लगा था कि हम लोग इतने अच्छे प्रोग्राम को ज्वाइन कर रहे हैं और हम लोग को इतना बढ़िया तरीके से समझाया जाएगा. इट्स वाज ए वेरी वंडरफुल, और ये आई ओपनर जैसे था कि कई एक चीजें जो हम लोग कर रहे हैं हम लोग को पता नहीं है कैसे करना है, क्या नहीं करना. तो सर ने काफी इन डेप्थ समझाया और काफी अच्छा प्रोग्राम रहा.
Actually, there was the guidelines which was very much eye-opening.
बेसिक जो चीजें होती है वो हमें खुद को ही पता नहीं है. तो वो जैसे हमारा विजन क्या होगा, दिमाग में बहुत सारी चीजें रहती है. ऐसा नहीं है कि हर आदमी अपने बिजनेस के बारे में सोचता है, बहुत प्लानिंग्स भी करता है, लेकिन उसको जब पेपर पे लेके आते हैं तब हमें पता चलता है कि हमें करना क्या है और क्या हमारा रोड मैप होगा. वो इस सारे सेशन से हमारा क्लियर हुआ है और हम उम्मीद करते हैं कि आगे हम इसमें कुछ अच्छा करेंगे, क्योंकि अब हमारे पास एक विजन है, रिटर्न डॉक्यूमेंट है, हम उसको देख सकते हैं, लोगों को बता सकते हैं, अपने लोगों को सबको साथ में लेके टीम बना सकते हैं. तो वो एक काफी अच्छा रहा.
बहुत बड़ा विजन दिखाया, बहुत बड़ा व्यूज दिखाया कि जो हम नहीं देख सकते थे. क्योंकि कई बार क्या होता है, हम लिमिटेड नजरिया रहता है और उधर तक ही देख पाते हैं, लेकिन जो दिखाने का आँख है, बहुत बड़ा दिखाने का जो आँख है, वो योगेश सर ने दिखाया. योगेश सर के गाइडेंस से अभी मैं पहुंच सकता हूँ, मैं जिधर जाना चाहता हूँ वो कर सकता हूँ. ये मुझे आइडियाज मिल गए
कि भी 8 दिन में आपने बहुत अच्छा डिश हमको खिलाया. अभी कल से हमको कौन खिलाएगा? दिस पर्सन हैज डेफिनेटली बिल्ड अ वेरी गुड ऑर्गेनाइजेशन विद ऑन वेरी गुड वैल्यूज. दैट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. गाइडेंस हमको मिला है We are very happy for that. But while implementing, we may do a lot of mistakes, and that time we need handholding of Yogesh sir. It was really a great experience to share time with all of you. Thank you very much, sir.
I think you had a deep understanding of each and every person who was attending webinar. It was really helpful, sir. Few things, but few right things. Yes, for my next future, all the years. Few of the bases that are required for my next future, all the years.
Gives the clarity in which lines strictly recommended for the before starting the business. In the initial stages only, you are going to move forward in the business. This is the program is recommended before start the business. This will help gives the clarity in which lines.
Concepts and certain things I came to know. Somehow I got my breakthroughs from this training, but it is a continuous journey in any way.
Now I know the actual meaning of what is vision, what is mission, and how this is very important to our business. बहुत ही ज़्यादा knowledgeable session. I'm sure you are the one who can solve all those problems.
There is nothing mission impossible now because we got that formula. उसको vision mission बना लो, अपने आप उसका बन जाएगा.
Now I feel I'm more young. My perception about myself that I've missed a lot of things is slowly going away. A confident feeling is coming out. This has been my biggest takeaway, getting more confident from inside.
You know, I joined this session. I was very excited. The fear factor has gone. All thanks to Mr. Yogesh Pawar.
एक ही वर्ड बोलूंगा, डेडिकेशन. आपने जो ये दिया जलाया है इसको पूरे भारत में लेके जाए. इट इज द नीड ऑफ द आवर. एक दिन मैं ऐसी कंपनी खड़ी करूं जिसे इंडिया को प्राउड.
जो फ्रेमिंग करण्याचा विषय कधी कधी आम्ही कमी असतो, तर त्यामध्ये तुमचं सजेशन जे ते आमच्यासाठी व्हॅल्युएबल झालं. गुड एक्सपिरियन्स.
Overall experience was quite good. Had expected it would not go to this particular level. Initially I was like skeptical, but this was like a pretty surprise for me. Something important which are required for our business or the entrepreneurship to go smoothly and to conduct it quite efficiently. These two were like very important takeaways for me.
The entire journey of this like last 8 or 10 sessions was really encouraging us. We comes in interaction with you. वो चीजें बहुत जल्द से जल्द होने लगी.
When we have decided we have to hit that target, they are getting the opportunities also.
I think you had a deep understanding of each and every person who was attending webinar. It was really helpful, sir. Few things, but few right things. Yes, for my next future, all the years. Few of the bases that are required for my next future, all the years.
Gives the clarity in which lines strictly recommended for the before starting the business. In the initial stages only, you are going to move forward in the business. This is the program is recommended before start the business. This will help gives the clarity in which lines.
Concepts and certain things I came to know. Somehow I got my breakthroughs from this training, but it is a continuous journey in any way.
now I know the actual meaning of what is vision, what is mission, and how this is very important to our business. बहुत ही ज़्यादा knowledgeable session. I'm sure you are the one who can solve all those problems.
There is nothing mission impossible now because we got that formula. उसको vision mission बना लो, अपने आप उसका बन जाएगा.
Now I feel I'm more young. My perception about myself that I've missed a lot of things is slowly going away. A confident feeling is coming out. This has been my biggest takeaway, getting more confident from inside.
You know, I joined this session. I was very excited. The fear factor has gone. All thanks to Mr. Yogesh Pawar.
एक ही वर्ड बोलूंगा, डेडिकेशन. आपने जो ये दिया जलाया है इसको पूरे भारत में लेके जाए. इट इज द नीड ऑफ द आवर. एक दिन मैं ऐसी कंपनी खड़ी करूं जिसे इंडिया को प्राउड हो.
जो फ्रेमिंग करण्याचा विषय आहे, कधी कधी आम्ही कमी असतो, तर त्यामध्ये तुमचं सजेशन जे ते आमच्यासाठी व्हॅल्युएबल झालं. गुड एक्सपिरियन्स.
Overall experience was quite good. Had expected it would not go to this particular level. Initially, I was like skeptical, but this was like a pretty surprise for me. Something important which are required for our business or the entrepreneurship to go smoothly and to conduct it quite efficiently. These two were like very important takeaways for me.
The entire journey of this last 8 or 10 sessions was really encouraging us. We comes in interaction with you. वो चीजें बहुत जल्द से जल्द होने लगी.
When we have decided we have to hit that target, they are getting the opportunities also.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm assuming that people can see me and hear me. Just confirm if you can see me, hear me. Good afternoon, Naga. How are you doing? Just confirm if you can see me, if you can hear me. Wonderful. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. Wonderful. Wonderful. I have a question. And everybody knows that I have this habit of asking questions. How many of you know what is a RACI grid? How many of you know what is a RACI grid? Okay. You may want to write down yes or no as an answer. Yes or no as an answer. Okay. How many of you know what's a RACI grid? Go ahead. Go ahead. Write down. Wonderful. Very nice. Thank you very much for your responses. I see a lot of people excited with the subject, and more importantly, it is not something that I'm going to tell you which is out of the box, which is very different. Oh, nobody's used it. No, it exists as one of the very strong operating tool when it comes to getting things executed. It has been there in existence for a good amount of time, and yeah, more importantly, I'm going to share this with you today. So, first of all, let us understand how and where can we use the RACI grid. Before I start onto the subject, let me quickly introduce myself. My name is Dr. Yogesh Pawar, and I'm the founder of School of Inspirational Leadership. And we have been a consulting organization, a training organization for almost a decade now, constantly working with MSMEs to improve their businesses and working towards scaling them up. Okay, so my question to all of you here is, this is the question. My question to all of you here is, how many of you have attended our webinars in past? How many of you have attended our webinars in past? Go ahead and respond to this question. You can just write down I, that's fine. You can write down I, that's fine. Absolutely okay. You can write down yes, that's not a problem. Okay. Wonderful. Thank you very much. I'm going to launch a quick poll right now. Let's have this poll and quickly, very energetically, start responding to the poll. The first question is, the vision and mission are same. The vision and mission are same. Scaling up depends on values, execution, cash, strategy, whatever it is, right? You may want to write it down. Third question is, I use strategic tools as management practice in my company. So RACI Grid is again one of the tools that I'm going to give you that is going to help you to have super execution. Okay. So the only thing is, can you use it in combination with right tools, right? So so choice 1 and choice 2, please pardon that. It is basically yes or no. That is what it means. Yes or no is the question. Okay, so yes or no. I think, oh, wonderful. People have already started responding. I have already started getting the replies. We've completed 50% of the poll. Go ahead. I think we should be able to complete this very, very fast. Okay, so wonderful. Thank you very much. For people who have attended, I'm sure you finding value in the kind of content that we share, because this content is getting created by the kind of experiences that we have while we execute our projects. So when I say projects, there are projects that we take which are not just talking but also doing along with you, and they are long-term projects. So there are close to projects going across the country, where very senior consultants work in that business and make sure that businesses doubled up, businesses go 3x, 5x, 10x as per what the potential of the businesses are. So I think we have reached a certain level of the poll, and I'm going to share the results with you right now. Here you go. So what are we saying? Sorry. What are we saying here? We're saying that there are over 76% people who are saying no, it is different, which is right. 24% people who are saying it is same. My humble request to all of you is really buck up with this, because it's important as business owners to understand the core difference between this. Scaling on depends on values and vision and values around 41%, execution 41%, cash is around 24%, strategy is around 35%. All of the above is 59%. All right. So the right answer here is all of the above. When all of this works in combination with each other, that's when the scaling up happens. So you have a vision which is based on the value system that you have. You have a mission that you're really audacious in nature. You have written down a strategy of how you're going to scale up your business, and discipline in execution and discipline in cash is how businesses scale up. So 59% of people only in this room have the understanding of this is what the poll is saying. So I'm not saying, I'm sure you will have better understanding, but this is what the poll is saying. Let us also look at close to 41% people are saying yes, we use it, and around 59% people are saying that we don't use it. So I think this is good data for self-reflection. About 59% of people say we do not use tools that help us to really measure and monitor business. So my question here is, I'll tell you now where the RACI grid will be used. Okay, where is the usage of the RACI grid? Usage of the RACI grid is in this word called execution. Okay, so when I say, let me stop sharing. When we say that RACI grid, where to use it? Okay, so RACI grid is typically used at the place where execution happens. At the place where execution happens. Okay, now it's very important for all of us to realize that without execution, nothing will happen. You craft dreams, you write strategies. If you don't execute, nothing is going to happen, right? So everything is so intervened with each other that unless and until people realize that it is a part of their daily job to have robust execution. So my question to all of you here is, how many of you are facing challenges of execution? So go ahead, write down, yes, I'm facing challenges in execution. You may just want to write down that's also fine. Write down, I have vision, I have mission, I have everything, I have strategy, I have money, but I fail in execution. My people, we are not able to execute things that we are planning. Yeah. So go ahead, write it down. Write it down. Wonderful. Wonderful. All right. The last 10 minutes, I'm going to allow people to talk to me. You can talk and interact directly. You don't need to be like that on chat, but at least for the next 20-25 minutes, you may have to listen to the entire concept, and I'm also going to share the tool for people who are going to be a part of the program. This tool comes to you by default. Okay, so that's how it is. At the end, I will also tell you what we do in at SIL University in the Burning Desire course as well. And I would 100% recommend people who have written no should definitely be a part of the program. Okay, people who have written no should be definitely a part of the program. Okay, so here you go. There is a question: do we get recording of this session? I'm so sorry, Nikhil, we don't. So I wish I was able to give you the recording, but no, this is a live session. It is available on Facebook. It is available on YouTube. It is live right now happening. So you can definitely look at that and see, if you want to share it with anybody, you can definitely share. No problems. So let's move on to the place where we say that where does my RACI grid apply? Okay, so I'm going to share something with you which is called a vision pyramid. Okay, so I'm going to make that pyramid for you. It's not, I generally tend to do it live with people. So okay, so you have a pyramid here. I'm going to draw that pyramid for you and then let you know where will RACI grid fit. Pardon my geometry. If you can just confirm that you can see the drawing that I'm doing on the chartboard, just confirm that, please, that you can see what I am doing. Just confirm on your chat box. Yes. All right. Wonderful. Thank you very much. All right. So this is how the flow happens. When we say at every level, different tool has been used, right? Every level, different tool has been used. So important for us to understand where is this tool getting used. So at the top of the pyramid always is the values of the organization values. Okay, so I'll just write down organization values. Okay, second, at the exactly after organization values is what your mission statement has to be. Now this is why to evolve a mission statement, to evolve a value, to evolve a mission vision, it is a rational emotional exercise. Please write down if you have a pen and paper. It's a rational emotional exercise, or an emotional rational exercise. So you pick up an emotion that you have for yourself, that you want to craft for yourself in future, and then you start rationalizing it of how would you reach there, and create statements out of it which says, okay, this is where I want to go, this is why I want to go, and this is what I want to become. That's exactly what you will answer if you have these three things with you. Okay, now based on that, based on my values, based on my mission, and based on my organization vision, I prepare a strategy. Now based on that strategy, I prepare goals for my organization. Based on those goals, I prepare milestones. Based on those milestones, I prepare policies. Based on those policies, I prepare procedures to execute those policies. Based on the procedures, I apply budgets. And after completion of my budgets, I get profits. So my question to all of you here is, from where are you operating the company? At what stage? Where are you operating from? As an entrepreneur, as a business owner, where are you operating? I will write down 1, 2, 3 so it becomes easy. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5, this is 6, this is 7, this is 8, 9, and 10. The 10 absolute must things for a business to scale up. Okay, 10 absolute must things that the business will scale up. Now you got to ask yourself, from what level am I operating? Am I focusing on procedures, policies, milestones? Am I focusing on organization values? Am I focusing on mission? Am I focusing on vision? Am I working on my strategy? Or I'm constantly on my profits? Aaj kitna paisa kamaya? Okay, so on your chat box, please write down. So 1 and 10 is what Vikas is saying. Mohammed Shafi is saying 4. Ravindra, sorry, people are saying 4 and 10. Okay, Suraj is saying strategy and profits. Okay, go ahead, please respond, because unless and until you don't respond, the moment you respond faster, we'll be able to get onto the RACI grid faster, right? Because it's very important for you to know where to apply it. If you don't know where to apply it, then there's no point. If you don't know where to apply it, then just an Excel sheet. But if you know where to apply it, then the magic starts happening. Okay, then the magic starts happening. So importantly, for people who are operating their businesses, below 4 are people who are only working on sustenance or struggling. Okay, people who are business owners who are operating below 4 will be businesses who will be struggling and sustaining. They will not be businesses who are scaling. There are 3 stages of a business. Either you struggle, or you sustain, or you scale. So you got to ask yourself a question: at what stage I am? If you are, and it's a downward spiral. If you are not up, it will constantly keep pulling you down. Okay, it will keep. If you're not operating from the first 3, it will keep pulling you down all the time. Okay, because बाकी ये सारी जो 4 के नीचे वाली चीजें है ना, ये डायनेमिक है नेचर में. तो आपको ये ध्यान में रखना होगा, डायनेमिक चीजों को मैनेज करने के लिए RACI ग्रिड यूज की जाती है. Is that okay? In order to manage the dynamic aspects of business, you need to have a format, a tool like RACI to help you. Okay, so for I think a lot of people will benefit out of this tool right now when I'm sharing that with you. Maybe you must be using it also, but maybe it is not that effective. So all that maybe will get corrected, and you'll have an opportunity to speak as well. So there is a question that has come. All right, that's the same question. So I'm going to stop sharing now. If people want to click a photograph out of this, please do. If people want to click, if you're on mobile, you want to take a snapshot, please take it. No problems with that. Okay, so here we go. Now I'm going to share an Excel sheet with you. But before I share an Excel sheet with you, I need a volunteer. Please raise your hand. On a count of 1, 2, and 3, please raise your hand. All right, I have people are raising their hands. Come on, fast. Quickly raise your hands. Quickly, people who want to talk to me, quickly raise your hands. All right, okay. And now I'm going to select people who want to talk to me. I'm going to allow you to unmute. You can unmute your self now, and it is randomly done, so nobody's too worried about it. You will again get an opportunity for this. Okay, so I think who's got selected? I think Bhupendra Singh has got selected. Okay, Bhupendra ji, namaste. How are you doing?
Namaste. Good.
Where are you? Where have you joined
Pune.
us from? Pune. Okay, and what kind of business are you in, Bhupendra ji? What kind of business are you there in? Hello, I think we lost you. Hello. All right, I think we lost Bhupendra. Can I have the next person? The next person is Mahesh D. Mahesh D.
Hi,
Go ahead, Mahesh D. Namaste. How are you, Mahesh?
I'm fine, sir. What about you?
Absolutely great. Where have you joined us from?
I'm from Mysore.
Sorry, you from?
Karnataka.
Karnataka. Okay, great. So my question to you here is, how big is your organization? How many people are working in your
Sir, so I have a 14 years of sales experience. Nowadays, I had started new organization from last 50 days ago.
Great, wonderful. And do you have anybody that is working with you?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So, sorry, I think you have got mute. Yeah, okay. So this takes us, no problem, Bhupendraji. It's absolutely okay. Mahesh, the question to you here is now. This is the question. What kind of products do you sell?
So we are selling the groceries and FMCG.
Groceries and FMCG. Okay. Now, can you tell me any department that you have right now? What is the kind of department that you have? You want to name a department. Say HR is a department. Okay. Say sales and distribution is a department. So you give me any department name.
So sales and distribution.
Great. Okay. Can you give me? I hope people can see my screens. Please confirm if you can see my screens, Mahesh.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you're saying department is sales and distribution. Can you give me a vertical in that department? Like if you are selling it through wholesale, if you're selling it through a retail channel, if you're selling it through online, any vertical, how are you doing that?
Right now we are doing selling it to retailer.
Retailers. So can we call it as retail vertical?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great.
We are doing B2B.
No problem. So we'll call it as retail right now. Now the question here is, in the next 90 days, what is that activity that you want to complete? Milestone that you want to complete. And I'll give you an example. You would say milestone is to reach 100 retail shops. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
So we'll write down 100 retail shops becomes a milestone. Okay. Now let's look at the activity. In order to reach 100 shops, what is the activity that you will have to do in next 90 days? Can you name?
We are putting that our goal.
Yeah. So what is that you have to do? That's a question.
So we are planned and given a target to.
Give me an activity. Give me an activity.
I don't have idea, sir.
Perfect. See, this is where we start falling in execution. So we set the big goal. We want to reach 100 shops, but we don't have the daily activities that I am supposed to do in order to reach 100. Okay. So I'll probably let's see if this works for you. Every day, the activity is to find out 1,000 retail shops who will buy your product. So activity could be finding prospects in and around. What is the area that you have?
Mysore.
So we will say, we'll be more specific. Finding prospect stores within 20 kilometers of 20-kilometer radius of Mysore. Is this a very specific activity now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I want to reach 100 shops, but before that I need to find what is the prospect within 20 kilometers of the retail stop. 20 kilometers of my location, assuming that you are in
yes,
Mysore. So can you tell me when will you start this activity?
So from tomorrow onwards. Right.
So the date here is 7/7/2022.
July.
Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
By when do you think you will complete it?
6/7. Sorry.
So tomorrow, if you start the activity, by when would you complete it?
15, sir. It is 7 days per.
15/7/22. Good. Thank you very much for that. Now, who's responsible in your company to find this? To do the RACI or to go around and do 20 kilometers radius? Who will do it?
Executives.
What is the name of the executive?
FSC.
SSC. Okay.
Sales officer.
If SSC doesn't do, who's responsible? If SSC doesn't do, he doesn't go and do this, he doesn't complete this activity, who is to be responsible for it?
My responsibility.
Correct. So we'll write Mahesh. Very good. Okay. Right. Now let's ask, if during execution of that task, if SSC faces a problem, who will he consult?
He will consult directly to me only.
Correct. Now what will happen? I'll tell you, Mahesh. If he keeps consulting on you, you get stuck up in operation. Is that okay? This is where why people get stuck up in operations, because the accountable person and the man who's getting consulted is the same. So he pulls you in the operation. Is that okay? Nothing wrong because he has to do his task. Is that okay, Mahesh?
Okay, sir. Okay.
Because he will pull you in the task. No, SSC will pull you in the task. He'll say, sir, I don't know this. Sir, where to go, how to go, what to do, blah, blah, blah. Right? So rather than being accountable, you get stuck up in operations because he's consulting you now and then. Now, can you tell me if the job is done, if the job is not done, or while the job is happening, who should he communicate it to? Who all? Should he tell the accounts? Should he tell the finance guys? Should he tell the customer service guys? Should he go to the stores and tell them? Who should be informed?
The sales in charge.
Sales in charge. Do you have a sales manager?
No, sir. Still we are not hiring.
So, oh, okay. So, sales in charge. There will be a remark, there will be extension 1 date and extension 2 date. Just imagine, say you want to do, the milestone remains same. The department vertical remains same. So this is the milestone you want to capture, which is 100 retail shops. And you write down all these activities. You write down all the start dates and end dates. You write down responsibility, accountability, and you write down consult, inform, all of this. You have 10 activities that you've written down for reaching 100 shops. Have you ever done this activity for yourself?
No, sir. Still I haven't done.
Wonderful. So you please start today only. It will help you. Second, now there is high possibility that once you start doing it, you might skip this Excel sheet somewhere. Any one of you. Now, this is a question that I have to ask somebody. Okay, Mahesh, thank you very much. I hope you've learned through this.
Yeah, sir. Thank you, sir.
Wonderful. Very nice. So my question to you here is, why RACI fails now? Okay. So say, assuming there will be certain people who must be doing it. Okay. But it doesn't get follow through. Can you now tell me anybody who does it? We do it not as specific as what you've said, but we do it, but it doesn't work. Anybody? Anybody? So somebody says Google Sheets. Fair. You use Google Sheet, use any tool. That doesn't matter. I'm talking about the methodology behind it. So go ahead. Anybody who wants to share with me that we do is, but we are not able to execute it. So one fault that we found out while we were talking to Mahesh is that his name is occurring at a lot of places. So this would be a case, and that's exactly why we get stuck up. Okay. We should be always accountable. We should be either in the information or accountable chart. We should not be in consult or doing chart. There will be certain things that we will have to do. But if we do a lot of things and be accountable for a lot of things, then it could be a little challenging when you want to scale up the business. Question here still remains. All right. I think Bhupendra ji has responded. Delegation is missing. You're right. Now, but point here is we have this huge, words, but how do you actually practice them in actual, through Excel sheets, through a schedule, through accountability? We have to do all of these, applying milestones to tasks. Suraj, is this a question? This is a statement? Please let me know. Okay. Applying milestones to task is a statement or a question. So if you have a question, more than happy to answer that question. Now that takes us to the part where I'm going to ask Suraj. Suraj, go ahead. You have randomly been picked up. Go ahead and you can unmute yourself. I have a question for you.
Hi, Yogesh.
Hi, Suraj. Just a quick question. Have you worked on a RACI grid in past?
Yeah, a little bit, but
Okay.
in the end, the perils of not tracking it and has taken it. We've not been able to track it, and in the end, we've basically ignored it.
Correct. So can you tell me, you own the business? Am I correct?
No, so I run the operations. I head the operations at a consulting company.
Wonderful. So if you run the operations at a consulting company, and there are certain places, so just a curious question, what kind of consulting do you do?
So we do performance marketing for retail brands.
You do performance marketing for retail brands.
Yeah.
Now, if you are handling operations, okay, and assuming there will be a lot of, because you're doing a lot of performance marketing, which means a lot of small activities are in place.
Yeah.
And you
Yes.
must be using some tool as well.
Yes. Yes.
So my question here is, how big is your team?
So we are currently a 50-member team, and
how many people report to you?
Everybody reports to me except the CEO. So
Wonderful. So, and they are all direct reportees, right?
yeah.
So my humble request to you is, you are wrongly in place for your line of action or scope of action.
Okay.
It should not cross more than 6.
Okay.
Your direct reportees should not cross more than 6. Is that okay?
Yeah, I understood.
If you have more than 6 people, you will be stretched, and more importantly, forget about just being stretched. Yeah, it will be a chaos. Okay, so that's first principle to be applied. The second principle to be applied is, how does Suraj start his day and end his day? So are you proactively meeting people on a regular interval, or else everybody comes to your doors?
So essentially, there's a health checkup at the start of the day on each account, and then basically it's a red, yellow, green kind of situation. Whichever is yellow and red, then there's more attention given to that. Whichever is in green, we just discuss quickly for 15 to 10 minutes, saying that what went well, and keep doing it, keep continuing.
So can you give me one strategic goal of the organization, and I'll tell you how do you actually get your schedules aligned to the strategy, not to operations? Because what you're telling me is a stand-up meet, which happens at a managerial level, which should rather ideally happen at the managerial level.
Yeah.
Okay. The question here is, give me one strategic goal that the organization has.
So one strategic goal the organization really has is to grow the company. Now that we've been acquired by a bigger agency, right? We're growing rapidly. So we want to go from 50 to 150 employees, and also increase revenue fourfold by the end of next year.
Right? Wonderful. Yeah. Now, are you regularly working on that? That's a question now.
That is exactly why I'm here. Because I've been struggling to put that on paper, work out a plan backwards.
No, don't worry. I think then you've joined the right place, or you've come to the right place. Fundamentally, what I'm trying to put across here is, if you don't work on your strategic goals on regular basis, okay, it could be people enhancement, it could be branding of the organization, it could be the sales growth that you want, it could be the process flows that you want. You have to work on it regular days.
Yeah.
Okay, and a dedicated time needs to be given that you do that. Now, point here is, because I'm caught up in operations so much, I don't schedule it.
Exactly.
Okay, and
that's
because
exactly
I don't schedule it, everybody feels, oh, he has a lot of time.
Yeah.
So that art of saying no, please come on the time when it is scheduled, is something to be learned by self. Okay, and what we do in Burning Desire is probably go backward, forward, visualize so hard that we are able to understand what are my real goals and what do I need to focus on. Okay, and let me tell you, we are a consulting company too. Okay, and we operate extremely strict on our calls. Why? Because execution, honestly, if you really ask me, execution has to be ruthless.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you agree with what I'm saying, and not only you, but also the crowd that is there on Facebook or YouTube or whatever, on this room, tell me by your heart, don't you believe that execution has to be ruthless? Your planning should be creative. Your strategic thinking should be creative. Your visioning, your mission should be all creative, audacious, understood. But when you start executing, it has to be ruthless. How many of you agree with this? Go ahead and just respond on the chat box. Let's have some fun, Suraj. And more importantly, see, people are saying it has to be ruthless. Then why are we not able to execute? We are not able to execute because we want to be ruthless to people.
Yeah.
We have to be ruthless to ourselves.
Yeah.
That's the shift.
I mean, it's a fine line, right? Where you piss off somebody and
absolutely.
Yeah.
You see, if you don't do it, nobody's asking you a question. That's a problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So I don't have an accountable partner. I don't have a partner who tells me, or listen, you're not done. This is how it has to be, right? But for people, there are people you are accountable. So fundamentally, what are we saying here? It is so very important that you become ruthless for yourself when you are executing. All right. I think things should start before time every day. Okay. Again, should start, Abhishek, is an assumption. They must start when they are decided. Is that making sense, Abhishek? Just confirm if I'm saying it right for you, right? Yeah. Sorry, at any cost. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They should start at the decided time and end at the decided time. Okay, and there is a science behind that. There is a psychology behind that. That if you are able to understand, all right, and if you start executing in that form, we become more efficient and more impactful at the business, at the marketplace. Okay, Suraj, how many accounts are you guys handling right now?
So right now we are around 30 accounts, right?
Around 30 accounts. Okay.
Yeah.
So you must be having account managers for each thing.
Yeah.
All right.
And I'm handling one of the key accounts along with, yeah.
Along with this,
one of our
right?
biggest spenders, basically. I handle one of the biggest spenders.
Wonderful. So what I'm trying to put across is your organization structure now needs to be created. So this is exactly the place where companies are struggling. They pull it off, they sustain, and when they start scaling up, they fail. There's a huge amount of resistance in the entire structure because structure is not well thought through.
Yeah.
All right. So my recommendation to you as a fellow entrepreneur would be, please make sure that you prepare a robust structure so that it can withstand the growth. Growth is not the problem in Indian economy right now. Growth is not the problem for any businesses. If you are not growing, it is a problem that you are facing. It is not the problem of market.
Yeah.
People and businesses grew in COVID also.
Yeah.
Fundamentally, our structures are not supporting the growth. There is, मैं हिंदी में हमेशा कहता हूं कि पैसा मार्केट में बहुत है. अगर हमें उठाने की अकल है तो वो उठ जाता है. Fundamentally, there is a lot of money in the market. Point here is, does my structure support to get that money? Does my strategy support to get that money? Does my process, does my procedures, my policies support to get that money? My budget support to get that money? I need to create all of that in order to have a scalable structure. RACI is a very, very small tool, a fine tool. If being executed every day, you see the magic that is happening. Because what will people do? They will say, oh, I forgot once. Oh, I will do it tomorrow. Oh, I will do it right now. Oh, I skipped it. You will get n number of results. But if you are consistent about reviewing on that Excel sheet, you will say one day they will start following. One day they will start following. All right. और हिंदी में मैं हिंदी की कुछ कहावतें बताता हूँ हमेशा. लोग ना अपने बदन को तेल लगा के आते हैं, तो वो छूटते रहते हैं, और वो छूटने का सिलसिला बंद हो जाता है. Is that okay, Suraj?
Yeah.
Which part of the country have you joined us from?
I'm from Mumbai, but I'm right now in Bangalore.
Oh, wonderful! Very nice, very nice. Yeah. So I hope you found this exchange of our discussions a little fruitful and more importantly a little valuable for you.
Yeah, excellent and insightful.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. Really appreciate that feedback. My question, so I'm also going to share on the same note that what we do in the live course that we conduct. I conduct Burning Desire live, for 8 days for 2 hours. People sit with me, and a group of around 15 to 20 people. And once they sit through that, we are able to create a 1,000 days roadmap. So I'm going to share a slide, our platform. How many of you have an Android phone? Our Apple app is getting prepared. I mean, it'll launch in some days, but you can also go to SIL University on Android, and you can definitely download SIL U. That's the app name. This is SIL University. It's a complete digital platform for businesses. So we are services manufacturing. There are around 48 industries that we work. This is a complete digital platform. We have platforms for Fit Factory. My strong recommendation, Suraj, is you should go through this program. And when you go through this program, you will realize that, okay, this should be done for my teams actually, because whether you are running a service agency or you're running a manufacturing unit, the processes remain same. The management processes remain same. So this will help your team about understanding what is waste, understanding why Kaizen is important, understanding continuous improvement is what, so you can use it for your teams. So this is the live program that I'm talking about. This is a recorded one, of course. It's a self-paced program. And this is the live program that I do here. And I'll just take you through this. All right. So as I said, this is live. Your engagement is lifetime with me once you be a part of the community. Every month we engage with each other. This is life lessons. Lessons. Total lessons are 30. Duration is 10 hours. You get access when it is recorded. It is 365, but live program happens for 8 days. Now you can go through these free power sessions to understand the complete context of what we do and how deep we go. Jab ye sab karna hai. By the end of the course, what are the outcomes that you get? One is find implementable solutions like these to handhold you in your growth process. Okay, attain clarity for business purposes and make sure that you are working on what is important and you are measuring what is important. Okay, because most of the time we have these matrices that doesn't allow us to tell us whether we are really scaling up. Align the organization with the big, hairy, audacious goals that we want to keep for ourselves, whether it could be, and they're typically numbers. Make clear roadmap of how you will reach those numbers or how you will reach that scale. Get an experienced, successful mentor. I don't know whether it's successful, but yeah, get an experienced mentor who's equally committed to your growth, and be a part of a global tribe. These programs and these workshops happen globally. You can be a part of that, no problems with that. That's the overview about it, basically, and this is the curriculum. So when we say curriculum, this is how it works. Your journey from point B to point A, very important. What do you define scale as? And where are you right now? How is that journey today? We learn from the masters. There are people in India who have completed and created 2,000 crores plus businesses. We've written down those case studies, people who have done these businesses in the last 15, 20 years only. First generation entrepreneurs or second generation entrepreneurs are there. Partners have worked together and made the businesses. So we've written down all those case studies and we share with you, and we do a lot of brainstorming on what you can do with your business there. Creating a value-based organization, because a value-based organization is an organization that sustains for generations to come. So if you intend to build an organization, a company ऐसी बनाना चाहते हैं जो शायद आपके बाद भी चले, तो उसको आपको उसका हार्ट देना पड़ेगा, और उसका हार्ट है वैल्यूज. उस संस्था को उसकी खुद की वैल्यू सिस्टम देनी पड़ेगी. अगर वो नहीं होगी तो वो हमेशा आप पे डिपेंडेंट होगी. Okay. Then we have understanding your customers. How do you bifurcate your customers? Understand what customer classification is all about and the strategies around it. Creating audacious goals. We said identifying risk involved in scaling up. Creating influence around people you know. And second last is certain behaviors that you need to adopt while you scale up. And last part is analyzing your business assumptions for growth. So that's how the entire workshop happens. And as I said, it's a live program. The self-pace is not available. There is a live program you can attend, and I would also recommend my teams to put in the मोहम्मद जब हम लाइव करते हैं तो हम हिंदी, इंग्लिश और क्योंकि मैं गुजराती और मराठी थोड़ी सी समझता हूँ और बात कर पाता हूँ तो वो भी यूज कर लेते हैं. सो लैंग्वेज इज नॉट द बैरियर, मोहम्मद जी, एब्सोल्युटली नो प्रॉब्लम्स. Okay, so the program, the next journey begins on 28th of June between 4 to 5:30 in the PM. There is a reason why it happens at 4:30 and 5. It is exactly the time when you are in office and probably leaving for home. So when you get a right dose, you move ahead in the evening and start writing down. So important here is that we have very important activities every evening that you have to do around 15-20 minutes, so that you come with data that we can talk and we can complete. Okay, and these are very easy activities. It helps you to get that clarity. By the end of the entire program, you will have your corporate deck ready of what you want, how you want it, where you want to go with it, what is the kind of teams you want to build, what is the kind of money that you need, all of that on one page. So how many of you are excited to be a part of this kind of a journey with me? Go ahead. With all the tools, by the way, with all the tools. I want you to raise your hands and tell me that you are good with it. Go ahead. Go ahead and write down right now, because I'm going to do something. People who confirm me, I'm going to give you something more. I think that's the new style right now. So people who confirm, I'm going to give you a little more. Go ahead. The moment you make the payments, because people need more, isn't it? All of us, me, even when I'm a customer, I need more. Right, so go ahead. Please write few practices doing on day basis. But that's what I'm saying. Once you do few, and if you do full, the impact is far higher. Okay, so go ahead and register on the course right now. And I'll tell you, the moment you register, my teams will give you a call and give you access to a program, which is a self-paced program. Given access to a self-paced program to you. Okay. And those people, only those registered email IDs will get that access of the program. And the access of that is called CPC. It will tell you all the elements that are required for scaling up in 3 chunks. It is about cash processing, cash creation, and cash collection. Okay. So go ahead, register. And let me tell you, as I said, you are not paying only for this course, you're paying to be in the right environment along with a person who's dedicated for, yes, it's 20th July. So along with somebody who's dedicated for your growth, and not as an individual, but as an organization which has been operating for last 10 years. So go ahead and work it out. I think, hey, what is the date? Is it 13th or 28th? Please confirm if it is 13th or 28th quickly, so that people will start registering for it. It is 13th or 28th of July. Let's start this journey, and when we look at 13th July is the next batch. Okay, thank you very much, Shivani. Okay, will this process help us set up a new brand? 100%. 100%. A new brand will require a new vision, a new mission. It will require certain activities in strategic thinking, what you need to do, all of that. 100% it will help you. Right? So all the best. And any questions for me? I have last 2 minutes to go. Go ahead and please respond. My teams will definitely get in touch with you. Register today, because if you register today, you get that access of CPC as well. And trust you me, before you come to the program, if you just watch that, you will, though I'm giving you as a token, I'm planning to start a digital marketing agency. Will this help? Yes, it will. It will. It definitely will. If you're starting, this will help in 3 stages. It will help you if you are struggling. It will help if you are just sustaining for a good amount of time and not scaling up, or you have a feeling or want to scale up, and there is something that you want to do, but you're not able to get the hang of it. Okay. This process is for that reason. And let me tell you, 18,000 people have gone through this. You may want to go on YouTube, watch testimonies, watch our videos. You will see that what we do is a serious job. So my humble request to all of you is, whoever feels that they would want to have clarity, they would want to have implementable tools, and be live in conversation with somebody, not just by what would be the daily timing. Suraj, daily timings would be 4 to 5:30. 4 to 5:30, and there is a reason. As I said, there are activities that you get which you have to do before you sleep. So that's how it is. Yeah. So you can be a part of this course. Suraj, I would love to have you on board for a simple reason, is because I will learn a lot from you as well. Because in the digital space, I think you are the guys who are doing well. We are very good when it comes to scaling up systems. Okay, and I think we can also exchange good thoughts, learn from each other, and also make sure that I give you ample amount of value that is required for your business to scale up. So thank you very much, everybody. If there is any more question, I'm waiting for last 2 minutes so that we can start off. Go ahead.
Yeah, Yogesh, I would like to join, but the timing is the issue.
Okay.
Yes,
So,
if
yeah.
it was post 5, I think it would have been great, because 4 to 5, we still have some customer meetings which happen, and we wind up the day at that time. So
you can definitely have, see, we do a batch of 90 minutes, very flexible, from 4 to 8. Okay.
Okay.
We declare a time. So if the batch says, okay, the comfortable time is 6, we do it 6. Okay, but we don't cross 8.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah,
We don't cross
fine.
8 because we
fine.
know there are tremendous pressures on people who are acting. So that's how it is. So that's not a
okay
problem. We can definitely do.
Then it should be issue. Super.
Okay. Abhishek, very simple answer. If you have kids, I don't know, I'm sure you must have. 6 is wonderful. No problems. Indranil, you can be a part of that as well. My question to Abhishek, you can unmute yourself. Thank you. Abhishek, do you have kids? Or you married? I mean, the question is, do you have kids? All right. Okay. Oh, you're not able to. Fair. What kind of school do you put your kids in? What kind of school? You put them into a good school, you put them into a bad school. What kind of school do you put your kids in? Just write down on the chat, no problems. No, what kind? This is the stream. What kind? Is it a good school or it is a very good school? Good school. Wonderful. Very nice. Now, who has defined this good? Premium. Premium, right? Who has defined it? The definition comes from the environment, the kind of environment that you put your kids in. And that environment is what makes the difference. So in order to feel motivated every day, you need to stay in an environment that is motivated. You need to be a part of the community that is motivated. You need to be a part of a community that is aspiring, wanting to move forward. If you stay in that environment, only stay. The environment is very powerful than an individual. How many of you agree with this? Just tell me, how many of you agree with me that the environment is more powerful than an individual? So if you stay in the right environment, all right, you automatically start getting motivated and wanting to do more. All right. One of the reasons why I get excited when I'm working, for a simple reason, is I believe that all of you constantly keep motivating me and wanting me to do more so that I can help, I can assist, the company can grow. Right. So fundamentally, if you stay in the environment, the magic is in environment. You stay in the environment, and hence we choose the environment. I hope, Abhishek, I have replied your answer. There is no jadibooty for it. Okay. You have to be the part of the environment, and then it pushes you. The environment pushes you to go in the right direction. All right. So thank you very much, everybody. I think this question was apart from the RACI grid or anything else, but more than happy to answer that. Thank you, Abhishek. Thank you, Bhupendra. Thank you, Nikhil. Thank you, Suraj. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. So here you go. All the best, and I'll see you in the workshop. Thank you very much. Thank you.